But unfortunately, this is exactly what happens when people involved in a real estate closing where my clients have their house inside a trust and they say, oh, you need a trust certification form. Just get it from your attorney.
Hi, this is Jeff Marsace, the Plain English Attorney, and I'm an author, certified Medicaid planner, and an attorney with more than 25 years of experience running my own firm. You're at the #1 place to learn about not only estate and Medicaid planning, but to get business, fitness, and general life success stories. I want to help estate planners and the general public get the tools and advice they need to stay safe, plan ahead, and enjoy life.
Hi, this is Jeff Marsace, the Plain English Attorney, and it's January, but we're outside because for this one I kind of need a little more calm and tranquility after what just went on this past week regarding a client and some real estate people. All right, let me lay out a scenario for you that really doesn't have anything to do with law, but I want you to think about this. That we have big shot CEO talking to his assistant. Okay, I want you to get me a car and I need it in 28 days. Okay, well, boss, what kind of car is it? What kind of model? What cost range are we looking at? What kind of features do you want in this? It's a damn car. You know what a car is, don't you? Get me a car. I need it in 28 days. Okay, boss, I'll get you a car. All right, hello, dealership? Yeah, this is the personal assistant for big shot CEO of Company Corporation. Yeah, my boss needs a car and he needs it in 28 days. Well, no, he wouldn't tell me what features or anything. Oh, 5 years ago he bought a Mercedes sports car? Okay, what features did he have in the last one? All right, I guess just go ahead and get him a newer model. Okay, but we need it in 28 days. 26 days later, what the hell is this paperwork? This is for a Mercedes. I told you to get me a car, and this isn't gonna fit 5 people in it. It's a sports car. It doesn't have enough cargo space. What are you doing? And this is so expensive, there's no way this thing can go off-roading. What the hell is wrong with you? How dare you? This is just the biggest screw up I have ever seen. You are so wrong. All right. Does that seem fair to the assistant at all in any way, shape, or form? No. But unfortunately, this is exactly what happens when people involved in a real estate closing where my clients have their house inside a trust and they say, oh, you need a trust certification form. Just get it from your attorney. Okay, a trust certification form is the trustee certifying that certain things are true. What needs to be certified as true? There is no one or two things. That's always the case. It's individualized. Each mortgage company has different requirements that they need in a certification form. And I've even found each and every transaction has something different. So saying, oh, get a trust certification form from your estate attorney is like saying, go get a car, and having absolutely no guidelines. And then at the last minute saying, hey, you screwed this up because you didn't get us what we needed. So this has been a practice in my firm recently, for the last couple of years at least. We have a memo. Look, you want a trust certification form? You need to give us in writing the specific points that need to be in that certification form. Same thing, they'll ask, oh, you need an attorney opinion letter from the estate attorney who put your trust together. Okay, what do you need my opinion on? What do they need to see that you need to be able to do in order to handle this real estate closing or this refinance? If they're not saying anything, it's the same thing as yelling and screaming, go get me a car, having no guidance, and then telling you later, well, you screwed up because you didn't get me what I wanted. All right, this just happened last week. It kind of came to a head about maybe even 6 weeks ago. We had the client's mortgage broker get in touch with us. Yeah, we need a trust certification form. Wouldn't say what was needed. We sent them the memo. A week and a half before closing, where's the trust certification form? Well, look, you haven't told us what you needed. And then suddenly they're CCing in everybody else in the transaction and no one's saying anything. And we have to respond. We need you to tell us what needs to be in that form. We're not going to guess. The client ended up sending in something that's called a trust abstract. It's something that we include, and it's typically something that banks want to see that says, okay, here's what the control is and whatever. They said, no, that's not enough. The trust certification form is a one-page form that your estate attorney should have and know about that summarizes the terms of the trust. And in this case, it was because it was a widow. Her and her husband were on the trust. It just needed to say that she could sign even though he was deceased, but it needs to summarize the terms of the trust. Freaking 65-page trust, and they won't tell us what needed to be in there. And so, look, we can't help you. And they were blaming us because we couldn't put together this form listing what was needed to make the real estate transaction happen. You told us to go to a dealer and buy a car, and you were going to blame us because you wouldn't be specific about what needed to be in the car. So look, we have a lot of clients who, especially with the way the market's been lately, they're going to do a refinance, or if things aren't going well, they're selling and downsizing, or if things are going well, they're actually purchasing properties and putting them into their trust, and they're having some of these issues. But a lot of the mortgage companies, they're not getting in touch with us. They don't need to, because they end up getting a copy of the trust and then they put together the form that's needed. It's only in those few cases where the other real estate professionals involved in the transaction don't want to do their own work and state, here's what we need, that we're getting called in. There are some companies that do want the trust certification form done by the attorney or an attorney opinion letter, and we send them that letter and they go, oh, you need these 5 or 6 things. We put it together and it's done. No big deal. But it's these instances that happen maybe every other month where they're demanding that we give them something, but they're not telling us what it is, and they're making it sound like it's something we can just pull off the shelf and give in the transaction. No, this is a customized thing that's highly dependent on what the mortgage company wants, but they're not telling us what they want. And then it's last minute, day before, or even day of closing. Oh, you screwed up because you didn't put this into the form. We're not dealing with that anymore. For our clients who are doing real estate transactions and they've got their real estate inside the trust, or they're buying it into the trust and they need some guidance, we're going to have a link to that memo that we send out in the description below. But as always, let us know, and please let us know well ahead of time. We can put some stuff together if it's needed in the form of a trust certification form or an opinion letter, but we need them to tell us what they need to see in it, or it's just going to end up being a last minute thing where they're saying, oh, this doesn't do what it needs to do. You got to tell us what you need and we can get it to you. I hope you found this video helpful, and I hope you found it educational. So as always, if you've gotten to this point in the video, please go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And as always, stay safe, plan ahead, and enjoy life. And if you get the opportunity to spend some time at the park, it's definitely worth it. Have a great day. We hope you found that information useful and easy to understand. To keep getting this great information, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. To get even more information more quickly, follow the links below to some of our free, no obligation programs.